Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best laptops for music production. Starting at number 5. Apple MacBook Air M1. It used to be that if you were a serious music maker, anything under a Euro trademark S MacBook Pro line simply wouldn't a Euro trademark T cut it for the processor and RAM-intensive tasks put upon it by audio production. With the M1 chip inside the 2021 Apple MacBook Air, however, we were convinced that this argument could largely be put to bed, at least for the majority of home producers. Add into that the inherent benefits of the Air, slim form factor, weighs the same as a crisp packet, and you a Euro trademark V got a pretty formidable production machine, particularly if your workflow involves traveling around. If we were being picky, we could say eat a Euro trademark S. Slightly disappointing there hasn't a Euro trademark T been a design revolution. It looks largely the same as the Air range always has, and a few more USB ports would always be nice. But opting for a Euro trademark S cheaper model no longer means missing out on production performance in the way it once might have done. Coming at number 4. Apple MacBook Pro M2 €13. Apple's latest 13 MacBook Pro is, alongside the Air M2 above, the company's latest laptop to feature the M2 processor, and it certainly packs a punch in speed tests for musicians. However, while it outperforms the Air on some tasks, it's not by the country mile you might have been expecting. The latest MacBook Pro M2 also still carries some of the baggage from previous designs, the infamous Touch Bar being a prime example. This was dropped from the latest 14 and 16 MacBook Pros, but still lingers on with the 13. It's a divisive feature that may or may not sway you either way. Personally, we think it delivered solutions to problems we didn't know we had, so we are quite happy to see it absent on the Air M2 and 14 Pro, which are our current favorite Apple laptops for music production. You'll get the speed uplift with the Pro 13 for some tasks, then, but we'd still opt for either of these other two Apples for now. At number 3. Apple MacBook Air M2. Apple's latest M2 MacBook Air feels like a new chapter of Apple use, and one that will drag your laptop music making to another level. At just 1.24 kilograms, the MacBook Air M2 is Apple's lightest machine and also its thinnest, just 11.3 millimeters deep. The all-new colors are great too. The sound emanating from the Air's 4 speakers is so much better than a small-form device like this should be capable of. You're not going to be using it for detailed mastering, granted, but it's almost good enough to mix with and very decent just for music listening. The battery life of the Air is good, although at a quoted 18 hours it's not quite up there with the 20 hours you get on a new M2 13-inch MacBook Pro. You also only get 2 Thunderbolt USB 4 ports on the MacBook Air, so if you want more than a monitor and said interface connected, you might need to think a little outside the box. Number 2 of my list. Dell XPS 13 OLED. The Dell XPS line has built up a strong reputation thanks to its sleek design, gorgeous screens, and powerful spec. They are billed as the ideal laptops for on-the-go creatives who don't a Euro trademark T fancy signing up to the Apple walled garden, and the closest Windows alternative to an Apple MacBook Pro. The XPS range delivers similar levels of style, quality, and performance to the MVP, but using Windows as its OS. As it stands, other than looking at high-spec elite gaming laptops, you a Euro trademark not going to get a much better package for the money. The latest model features a 12th generation Intel Core i5-1230U, and a fantastic Infinity Edge anti-glare display. This might not be the show-stopping headline feature a music maker will go for, but if the laptop is to serve other purposes like watching films or generally staring at in wonder, then this just be the perfect option. And number 1. Apple M1 MacBook Pro 14. If you a Euro trademark VE used Apple MacBook Pro models in the past, you a Euro trademark LL be well aware of the striking industrial design, retina screens, and the optimized marriage of in-house hardware and software combining to make a highly desirable, hugely capable laptop for music production. So to look at the 2022 Apple MacBook Pro 14 euro, you might feel a little underwhelmed. We certainly were. It does not euro trademark T have a flashy new design, or a vastly upgraded screen. But what has happened out of sight, within the body of the machine, has been completely enhanced though. Making use of the newest M1 Pro or M1 Max chips, the 14 euro model now has enough in the way of processing power and cutting-edge performance to suit even the most demanding of creative professionals. Configurable to include some frankly crazy specs, like up to 64 GB of RAM and 8 TB of SSD storage. This is a laptop for music production unlike any other. Yes, €1 trademark S expensive. Maxing out the configurator on a €1 trademark S website shows you could be paying around £6,000 for the highest spec version. But if you can afford it, there is literally no other machine capable of doing what this laptop can do. You can read the full results of our testing in the review, linked below. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.